SuperTalkTV.com and meet one of my favorites, Ruth Rigby. She's the co-founder of First Responders of Mississippi, but I call her a recovery activist. I think that's a good title for you, Ruth Ann.
I like that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know her exact title, but recovery activist, I think, really encompasses all the things that you do and your life's mission and the good work. And part of that is helping to promote the fact that we're having the 15th annual Mississippi Addiction Conference coming up soon in February, and good stuff is going on there too. So welcome back.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
I would say how you're doing, but you've been busy.
Oh, we're always busy.
But that's because there's a lot of good work to be done, and there's a lot of good work being done in the area of addiction and recovery. So let's talk about this conference. It's a big deal from what I hear.
This is our 15th year hosting this conference. And it's going to be next week at the Sheraton out in Flowood at that beautiful new hotel. And we have already 300 people registered to attend. And that's professionals, that's physicians, lawyers, nurses, really a great group of healthcare providers. But we also want the public to know that they can come too.
I was going to say, who is this conference sort of for or sort of geared towards?
It's through the Professionals Health Network, which is out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Donna Young is the executive director, and Dr. Gary Carr runs that organization. And we started this conference about 15 years ago to bring awareness to the community and through our state, but really to help healthcare providers and people that are interested in learning more about addiction and recovery to be able to get the education that they need to be able to help those that are suffering.
I feel like it's a good thing. There's over 300 already registered. That means 300 people are sort of interested in learning more. What do you think? In person. What is sparking this curiosity? Is it the fact that we're finally raising awareness enough to recognize, okay, this isn't just swept under the table. This is a truly, something going on in all of our communities and households and neighborhoods? Or is it more of, okay, now I'm open to alternative ways of sort of dealing with the issue, because the issue needs to be dealt with and recovery is possible. So,
we have a great speaker lineup, and I just want to highlight a couple of those people. Robert Weiss is coming. He's going to speak about growing past the myth of codependency, a strength-based model for those who love an addict. And then he's also going to speak on Wednesday afternoon because he's an expert in sex addiction and gaming and porn. He's going to be speaking about understanding why and how to access and treat co-occurring disorders, sex and drugs, because that's also an issue going on right now. And so we're glad to have him back in the great state of Mississippi. And then one of the other things that I love is that Kennison Roy is coming in. He's going to be speaking about the neurobiology of spirituality.
Oh, that's interesting. That's fascinating. It's almost like the everyday person who's just curious about all of it would have something to come and enjoy as well. So it's open to whoever wants to register and
right.
come.
Obviously, it's clinically driven for people to come and get their clinical hours, but also I was talking to Donna Young yesterday because I knew where I was coming here, and if you want to come and join us, you can call the office and we can give you a price based on what your need is, because a lot of people want to come and they don't need clinical hours, so therefore they don't have to pay for those additional disciplines.
Where can we go to find if our clinical practice has hours to be gotten? Whatever.
We'll go get it. Hey, we'll go get it at the website. They can go to professionalshealthnetwork.com, and we can do social workers, we can do LPCs, MAP, DMH, chiropractors, physician, clergy, veterinarians, law enforcement. These are all people that can come and get hours, as well as dentists and psychologists and pharmacists and physicians.
And dietitians?
Probably dietitians. We'll make an exception.
We can make an
exception.
We can definitely learn how to word it because I feel like anybody in healthcare who's treating someone that's wanting to change something, whether it's their behavior or their overall health, working with those that want that, need to understand the signs, the symptoms, and then, what other struggles people may be going. And again, with I guess there's active addiction, but then a lot of times those behaviors can come in all different shapes, sizes, and intensities, and they can impact how someone responds to whatever treatment you're trying to give them for other ailments.
Right.
I think in sort of that way.
And I think if somebody just wants to come and hear a couple of speakers, that's fine too, but they can just contact us and we'll be happy to help them.
Ruth Ann, how long have you been a recovery activist?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy to say I will pick up a 26-year chip on March 1. That means I've been clean and sober for 26 years, doing the happy road to destiny, so to speak.
So when you see a lineup like this and a 15th annual conference like this, how excited and optimistic does it make you for at least the conversation changing and going in the right direction around addiction?
That the conversation is always changing. It's never a dull moment when you're working in the field of behavioral health and addiction. And we have some great speakers that I can't wait to go hear because I'm always learning, and I'm always interested in learning new ways to help other people.
Which I think it's going to take a village. It's going to take all of us, and continuing just being open and sort of listening to it and not sweeping it under the rug.
Yes.
And then knowing that there is support and help. And one of the many things that you do, like you're rushing out of here and you're headed up to Delta State in just a little while, you are going to speak, I think at 6 p.m. or be part of the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics, and it's in partnership with the Cleveland Police Department, the school district, other academies, and then the Public Health Institute. So all of these are coming for an impact event.
Yes.
What's the goal for this tonight?
The goal is to educate and bring awareness to the community because they've had a lot of, up in the Delta, so to speak, they've had a lot of overdoses that have been happening up there, but there are also a lot of people that have gotten into recovery up there. And so we want to be able to answer any questions that the public has. If they want to be able to access care, if they have a family member that's struggling, we can help get them taken care of right then.
You do a lot of these sort of community forums, Ruth Ann, and I know there's other End It Now and other great organizations that are out there, boots on the ground, listening to our communities here in Mississippi. What are some of the most concerns or questions they get? Is it where to get help, or is recovery possible, or how to, what are some of those?
It's really one of the greatest challenges, how to access care. And really, the Mississippi Department of Mental Health has done a great job. Wendy Bailey and her team there has really done a great job being able to help community mental health centers be able to help as many people as they can. But the challenge is really, how do you access care? Because people don't know how to do that. So my encouragement is to, ask a family member, ask your preacher, ask your teacher, ask a counselor. There's so many people that are waiting to help you. You just have to ask. And don't be afraid to ask for help.
What about for the family members that I know one of the great speakers you mentioned for the conference was loving someone who's in active addiction. Those are my words. I don't think that's its exact title, but it's basically saying, hey, I am I'm the spouse, I'm the parent, I'm the sibling, I'm the good friend, and I want to love them through it, and that's obviously a hard task. What resources, or how does that person find what they need to, be that best supporter that they can?
There's some great resources out there. Deborah J. and Jeff J. have a great website and a company called Love First. They've got a lot of podcasts that are loaded there that can help families navigate that journey, or they can reach out to me or someone else. They can certainly reach out to us at the Center for Hope and Healing at Broadmoor Baptist Church, and we can get them connected, or the Mississippi Department of Mental Health. There's a lot of people that are standing on the sidelines waiting to help those that are suffering. And there's no reason why any resident in the state of Mississippi cannot get the help that they need for lack of funding, because we can tap into those resources that have been afforded to Mississippians through different grant opportunities.
So the encouragement is raise your hand.
Raise your hand and yell, sister.
Yeah, and then just keep going till you figure out the match that's best for you or for your loved ones. I know real quick, the first responders and law enforcement has a big place in your heart. So for those that may not know about First Responders of Mississippi, I know that's part of the pie here too. How does that fit in?
First Responders of Mississippi is an organization that we created about 6 years ago with a great board of directors, and my husband and I are co-founders, and we're just there to help first responders, their families, and their agencies in their greatest time of need. And what does a need look like? It may be that a first responder has a young child who is struggling with lung disease, and they need to get to a lung specialist, like, for example, in Colorado. We can help fast track them to that hospital and help pay for travel and things like that. There's so many things that we can do to help first responders. They just need to reach out to us and ask for help.
Raise your hand and yell, sister or brother, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But if you want more information on the 15th Annual Addiction Conference, where do we go for that? What's the website?
You go to professionalshealthnetwork.com, or you can call Donna Young at 601-261-9899.
Till next time, Ruth Ann, safe travels to the Delta. All right.
Thank you so much.
Stick with us. We got more for